She called him Beggar. Moments later, she was begging for mercy. The alien woman's voice cut through the air like a whip. "Step aside, Beggar. You stink of dirt and desperation." She didn't even look at him as she passed, her long violet cloak sweeping behind her like a declaration of superiority. Her skin shimmered with gold scales, and her four attendants trailed her like shadows, their weapons gleaming. Kale stood by the palace gate, a torn hood over his head and dust caked to his boots. His hands were calloused, his face worn by years of survival in the slums of Alaris, the grand alien capital built over the ruins of Earth's old cities. He didn't answer her. He didn't need to, because Kale wasn't a beggar. Not really. Kale had once been a soldier. Not a famous one. Not a commander. Just another human fighter discarded when the war ended and the Zalari took over. He'd watched them destroy cities, enslave humans, and crown themselves as divine rulers. The one who spat at him, Lady Cyril of House Vaunt, was a royal elite, daughter of a general and heiress to the orbital throne of Sector 12. She had everything. Kale had nothing, except one thing, a plan, that night. While the nobles dine beneath crystal chandeliers and whisper behind masks of perfume and power, Kale moved through the city's underlayer. He wasn't alone. The resistance had waited years for this moment, and Kale, the so-called beggar, had become their ghost leader, known only as Ash. And tonight they would strike, not with guns, not with bombs, with exposure. Lady Cyril never expected her private chambers to be breached, certainly not by a human in rags. But when she turned from her mirror, Kale was already there, a short blade glinting in his hand and a holodrive in the other. Her guards were unconscious at the door, silent. She didn't scream. "Not yet. Is this robbery?" she sneered, voice sharp but unsure. Kale held up the holodrive. "These are your orders, signed by you, for the transport of 2,000 human children to the mines of Erith Prime, half of them already dead." Her pupils narrowed. "You broke into my chambers for justice?" "No," Kale said, stepping closer. "I broke in to give you a choice." He pressed a control on his wrist. Moments later, screens across the city lit up. Holograms, videos, documents, everything. The noble secrets, their trades, their abuses. And Cyril's name was at the top. "Turn it off," she barked, lunging toward him. Kale dodged easily and knocked to the floor. "People are watching now," he said, "and listening." Cyril looked up at him, face furious, then pale, and then fear. The guards weren't coming. The walls were closing in. She crawled backward, golden robes tangling beneath her knees. "Please," she whispered, "don't let them kill me." Kale stared down at the woman who had called him a beggar just hours ago. Now she begged him. "For mercy?" he asked. She nodded. Kale leaned closer. "There are still transports in the eastern yards. Use them. Flee. Because when the people rise in 10 minutes, they won't be looking for names." He stood, turned his back to her, and walked out the door. She didn't follow. By dawn, House Vaughn had fallen. The Zalari rule of Sector 12 collapsed in a single night, and the people remembered the moment it began, when a silent beggar became the loudest voice of revolution.